Welcome back to Chaotic Amateurs, the number one D&D 5e playthrough podcast, live from the Pacific Northwest.
Harry Carey here.
Yeah. We have been just inundated with votes from our favorite audience. Seriously,
our favorite audience member. Thanks for the votes, Mom.
Yeah, for real. She had some strong opinions about the direction that this podcast should go after last week. And she, as well as dozens of others, have chimed in. Shut up, Caleb.
It was just her.
Fine. But she sent in a lot.
Yeah. She created a bunch of Twitter bots just to...
So.
My mom's part of Anonymous.
If you'll remember, last week, Lanceton Philly Duke had the option of triggering a magical weapon with which to vanquish the Whisperer. But in doing so, he would risk the safety of Bravik. He also still has his god power, so he could just like whoop some hiney and, go on from there. So we're not going to waste too much time with this. We're going to hop right in and we're going to figure this out. Your votes have been counted and the tally is in, and we're going to see how it plays out. All right.
Oh, it's so tense in here. Somebody open a window.
What are we going to do? Lanceton Philly Duke has the black orb. Now, he knows how to trigger it if he'd like. All he has to do is roll a prime number when attacking with the orb onto the Whisperer.
What does that mean?
You just have to roll a number that's only divisible by 1.
Yeah, I was in Algebra 1 from 8th grade to halfway through my senior year. I don't know what that means.
Well, when you roll one, I'll tell you.
Oh, boy. What's the number I can roll?
There's 8 numbers total between 1 and 20 that are prime.
Okay.
Starting with...
That you're going to have to look up on your phone.
2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19.
2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Okay. All right.
So... Now, however, if you do that, any number above 10 is going to destroy half of Bravik.
Go.
But you kill the Whisperer.
Right.
Any number below 10, Bravik's safe.
Oh. And you kill the Whisperer. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Now, is this one of those things where I have to say, is it just whatever I roll, or do I have to say... Before I roll, this is going to be...
I'm using it.
So, yeah. Now, yeah, you have to say you're using the orb because if you miss, nothing happens. There's no attack or anything.
Okay. I gotta write those numbers down. I'm forget. So what it was, 2, 3...
5, 7...
5,
11,
7,
13...
11, 13...
17, 19.
17, 19... Okay.
No modifiers, no nothing. You roll one of those numbers. You've vanquished the Whisperer. Above 10, Bravik's toast.
Oh boy.
Below?
Maybe we should have Jamhorn roll for this.
Alternatively, you can just keep fighting the Whisperer. You've pretty much vanquished all of the bad guys.
Yeah.
And it's you
I think
three.
we have, because Illdyn killed all those dudes, and then Jamhorn freaking dropped him.
Accidentally killed DiMercurio somehow.
DiMercurio, like Terminator 2 style, I thought.
Yeah. Oh, it was just like that.
DiMercurio, thumbs up. You fought me bravely, Jamhorn. Thumbs up.
The bad guys are vanquished. DiMercurio, Terminator 2 style. The rest of the bad guys were like John Wick, bad guys, just all dead now. Yep. Lanceton,
Illdyn's just sort of looking up like, wish I had more than a crossbow. And yeah, I mean, what you've got like burned calves and thighs or
Yeah,
something
I'm
like that.
pretty much burned head to toe. I
Yeah.
have nothing but my hammer.
And one of your legs is like permanently damaged or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Or was
I
it your
think-
torso?
I think a leg and a testicle.
Yeah, you did twist your testicle.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you guys have ever had that happen, but I've
Yeah.
seen it happen to somebody, and it's like,
It's insanely painful.
yeah, I can imagine.
I think I need to put a splint on it.
So
So is it Lanston's turn? Is that what it is?
it is Lanston's turn. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can attack with the orb.
Right.
Prime number wins the
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
instantly. But if you miss, nothing happens.
Yeah.
What about a natty 20 or a crit fail?
A natty 20 does nothing.
Ooh. That goes against
And
everything Dungeons and Dragons.
technically a 1 is a prime number, but it's not counted.
Ha ha ha. I don't care. You're the DM. You do
Yeah.
what you want.
So, yeah, there's
Question. Can Lanceton use one of his god checkboxes in heal Jamhorn?
yeah, I'll allow it.
Do I have to roll something special for it?
No.
No.
You can use it. You'll just lose a god check. You'll have 2 more after this.
Actually, well, I don't. Can we metagame a little bit? I still have lay on hands at my full pool, so I can be fine.
It's up to you.
But if you do it, then I can use it for somebody else if it's.
You can also heal
He
his...
can do that to himself.
Yeah,
I just
so he
touch
can
him
heal his
myself.
hit points, but...
But I meant like physically take away his
Yeah.
burns and all this.
only he can heal his hit points, but you can heal his hit points and fix his legs and...
But you have to come over and touch them. Lay on hands.
I'm a god. That's not what I'm doing. That's your spell. That's not my spell. I'm flying above
Conjure
you.
a mage hand. And
I'm
just
flying
kinda-
above you. Dance, puppet, dance. All right,
And that'll be your turn.
that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly over to Jamhorn. What's up, Yammy?
Buddy, you're looking powerful.
Yeah, well, it's what I do. You look a little bit worse for the wear there.
Yeah, I'm not having a great day.
Got a few burns there.
A few. And look, my
do-
nut.
Yeah, you doing the little testicle twist dance there?
Yeah,
The old testicle twist.
I tried to hold it so you can see.
No, I'm good. No need to present. Hey, here's something fun. Abracadabra. And I wave like my little hands. Like my one hand go like la 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 la. And then magic sounds.
So you can be full health. Plus, I'll even add 5 that'll last until the encounter is over.
Okay.
So you can be at... yeah, there you go. Sweet. Okay, 2 more god tokens left. It is the Whisperer's
Thank you,
turn.
Lanston.
Don't say I never did nothing for you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I guess I should get out my dice, huh?
I mean, if you want to play it like
Mind dice. Okay, the Whisperer goes to attack. He flails out at all of you and misses.
excellent. I dodge flying. Hua!
Now, though, real quick, Earthquake. Earthquake misses.
Yes.
Nahaha! I'm flying. Earthquakes do not affect me.
Yeah, I totally dodged that earthquake.
It was a weak one, guys. Illdyn's turn.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna throw a rock at the Whisperer. 'Cause that's about all I'm good for.
Question: Does the God heal also restore spells and such?
Yeah, screw it. He used a freaking token for this, so
Awesome.
you can have it. You can have stuff replenished.
Okay. And
Dude, that's really cool. There's checkboxes on that.
yeah, it's pretty handy. But I still have my Hadric for
Yeah, that's the only thing, and your
and the
hammer.
Okay.
All right.
His god powers don't replenish your clothing. Sorry.
I could have. I chose not to.
He's having too much fun.
Yeah. This is freaking hilarious. So Illdyn's going to sit down cross-legged, and he's going to put on the helm of telepathy.
Okay.
Ooh.
And he's going to try to see if he can read what's going on in the creature's mind, because honestly, that's pretty much the only thing he can do at this point, and he's curious. So, while wearing the helm, you can use the action to cast Detect Thought spell, which is a save DC 13 from it. And as long as I can maintain concentration on the spell, then I'm good. And then as a bonus action, I can send a message if I want to. But yeah, it's a spell save DC 13.
Okay. So, I'm going to say, instead of the creature rolling to save, you're going to roll to hit.
Okay.
And you're going to need a really high roll to hit.
All right.
Just because the nature of this creature's mind.
Yeah, didn't it
It was like 24, I thought.
blow your mind that one time?
Yeah, it did for Lanceton.
Yeah.
And that was just like that was just like.
But that was
looking at
after
it.
you also hit my voodoo doll with a hammer.
Yeah.
And gave me a bloody nose.
Just lost my 20.
Oh.
That should be a new thing. I just lost my 20.
Okay, so I got to beat a 24, I think, right?
Yeah, and you can go ahead and add your, God, I don't know, intelligence?
Yeah, which is a 13. So plus 1.
Plus one, yeah.
So I can't even do it with the 20 because
I'll say this. If you can be, you'll have to roll like an 18 or higher.
Okay.
And then it'll hit.
oh, good. Never mind. Just the 6.
You can do it. You can try again next time. So
That's going to be his thing. I'm going to break into this thing's mind.
Still working on it.
I'm going to break into his mind. I'll help you, gents.
yeah. Okay. Jamhorn's turn.
Another question, and this may be a question that could have affected a lot of things up until this point, but
Great.
my proficiency bonus, is that supposed to be 2 when I'm level 4?
Yeah, and it'll go up when you reach level 5.
Okay, to 3.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Level 5 is where everything like changes like more.
Okay, and it's the hit dice that I get, essentially the equivalent of my level.
Yeah.
So like normally I'm a 1d10, but since I'm level 4, I have 4d10.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. So now with my newfound health, I'm feeling extra powerful.
It might have affected. No.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Let's be honest.
Affected those crit fails.
I feel like Jamhorn is feeling very, very empowered, and he says, going back to basics, grabs his hammer, 2 hands, and runs at whatever he can reach of the creature, and is going to, right off the bat, Divine Smite with his Warhammer 2-hand.
Do it.
All right.
Got to get him a tentacle.
Fart. 7 plus 4.
No.
Definitely back to basics.
Yeah. Wait, let me see if I have a... There's my bonus action.
Yeah, you guys got to roll really high to hit this guy.
I know.
I'm going to, as my bonus action, cast Ensnaring Strike. So the next time I hit a creature with a weapon attack, thorny vines appear at the point of impact, and the target must succeed on a strength saving throw.
Okay. All right.
A large or larger creature has advantage on the saving throw.
Oh, yeah. We discovered that last
Whoops. Well, I got to do what I got to do.
Ooh, dude, I was rolling to see if Pacific heard your prayer from last time.
My awesome prayer of like,
because
help.
it's just like reverberating like throughout his like, his little domain.
He's
and,
like, I was supposed to do something. Now,
and now it crit failed. So he's just like finally got a hold of your prayer and was like, enough already, Jamhorn. I get it. You got
all
stuff
come in at
going on.
once.
Yeah.
He's like, boo, 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 boo. He's like, God, this guy.
It's like when you look at your phone and you have 7 messages from the same person. It's
Yeah.
real
Mom.
annoying.
Yeah. Lanson's turn.
All right. I'm going to give it the old firebolt just to see if but because I'm still mulling over the decision here about, it's a big thing as far as blowing up a city, and if I feel lucky.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to give him the old firebolt to the face.
And you got a bonus.
Yeah, it was a 5, and then plus my spellcasting bonus.
Yeah. And then you got double damage if you hit.
Yeah. So let's see here. Natty 20
Oh, whoa.
on the firebolt.
Okay.
So if its mouth is open, going, what's the noise?
I thought that's what you were after, but I was like, I don't know.
What's the noise, Rat?
I think it was a little higher pitched.
And then the freaking the ball of fire. Well, it's a crit, so let's get real. It's just like this white laser beam ejects out of Lanceton's hands. The best part, he didn't even have to use his god powers. This thing is just like Dragon Ball Z status. Just the dust clears off the ground as this beam just lances just like Lanceton, right into this creature's mouth. And you can hear it like almost drilling through the flesh. Anyway, go ahead and roll me damage.
Anyway.
2
Plus
5.
And then it's plus whatever.
Spell attack bonus?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
2, 5 plus
yeah. So 12.
times 2. So you did 24 damage to it.
Yeah.
Which makes it... Lanceton has done 168 damage to this creature.
Jeez.
And it looks like it's just chilling still.
It's, yeah, like now, I mean, it's got a hole where you just blasted it with a laser beam through its
Right.
mouth. But yeah, it's still like going strong.
That should be an auto kill, shouldn't it?
No.
Dang it.
He's a demigod, right?
Yeah. Illdyn.
I don't like where this is going. Gonna have to make some real tough decisions real soon. Oh, I'm Illdyn, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna try to see if I can get in the creature's mind again. Okay, good. 2.
Nope. Yummy.
Oh boy. Okay. So remember, I did that thing with the thing. So if I hit it, I get the vines.
Yeah.
Okay. So I missed.
I get the vines.
I missed terribly, but I'm going to go for it again.
Do it.
Warhammer, 2-handed. Mildly better. It's a 9 plus a 4.
You missed.
13. I'm just swinging.
You really cool me off with that fan, Yammy.
Trying to give it a cold.
Okay. So, the creature, the Whisperer, senses Illdyn's
Feeble
attempt at probing its mind, and basically, like, imagine that like Professor X was just like out in the world, and then like
Yeah.
Jean Grey was like, I'm gonna use Cerebro or whatever to like find Professor X, and then he's out there and he like turns and like looks at her through Cerebro, and then just is like, Anyway, so imagine that's happening. Anyway, you need to now roll with your Wisdom saver.
Okay.
You need to roll higher than a 13.
All right.
What?
Natty 20. Can I reverse engineer and get in his brain now? He's opened himself up.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I follow that link?
I guess so. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Illdyn is sly and crafty.
But what happens?
Ah, crap.
Pick the lock. of the pet.
You slipped into his brain,
All right.
and while he isn't taking aggressive action against you,
Uh-huh.
basically it's as though you were just
Sucked in.
kind of like cut loose, and now you're like free falling through this creature's mind.
Oh.
And
That's how
you're
British people sound right when they
you're
fall.
you're gonna be stuck in this creature's brain, but you can sort of have like a vague understanding of like its intentions, like what it's gonna do in the future.
Fight it from within.
And so until you roll to get out, you're pretty much physically incapacitated,
Yeah. Well, I was sitting there.
but
Like
not
in a
mentally.
trance kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're in its mind.
So I'm floating around like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory in there.
Yeah. And it's also it's like
What's some of the stuff that I see going on?
I was going to ask you, like, what does it look like inside his brain?
basically imagine
Its brain. I don't know the gender.
Imagine Cerebro.
Yeah.
imagine No, dude, you
And if you say, like, when Gandalf was falling with the Balrog.
no,
One
that
more
scene
time.
already happened. No. This is like for real. Like you're free falling.
Okay.
And you're surrounded by utter blackness, and you're spinning around, and every few seconds you see this sort of like ball of incandescent light like sort of pass you, and you're sort of spinning, and then here it comes again, and you see it, and that's like your one point of reference that you have.
So does it feel like I'm falling, or am I just like spinning and seeing the same thing over and over?
You're basically, I keep saying free fall, but what I should say is just like zero gravity.
Oh, gotcha.
Like one of those things that they had at OMSI that you spin around.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
astronaut.
And
training.
you're just like floating, but you're in like zero gravity. Like,
Okay.
you haven't gained control of your.
What are some of the thoughts going on that am I? You said I was. privy
Yeah,
to
so
the
you
right
can
things?
sort of, you get an impression of these sort of like animalistic traits. Because remember, the Whisperer is actually not of your realm, not
Right.
of your plane. And so its thoughts are pretty alien, but you do get this like completely like malevolent feeling that permeates everything.
You said something about animalistic. I'd like to bookmark that.
Okay, it's bookmarked, I guess. and well, I guess when I say animalistic, I mean like primal. It's like
Dang.
you get these
I
like
should-
impressions of things rather than like clear cut images or pictures or
it's
words.
more of an instinct type.
Right. It's not like when you were in Charles' mind and he was like pork sandwiches.
That's pretty instinctual too, though. Let's be
I
real.
wish I was still there with Charles.
And you also
Sandwiches.
sort of get like an echo of like your own thoughts, which makes it hard to like parse out, because like this creature, as much as you're inside it, it's almost inside you as well.
Giggity.
Anyway,
Normally you pay double for that kind of action.
Yeah.
you do get the impression that the thing is being weakened, though.
Oh, cool.
By him being there?
You don't
Not
know.
necessarily.
Natty 20
Okay.
Firebolt.
Yeah.
So that's Illdyn's turn.
Okay.
We'll come back to the space floaty thing later. Jamhorn?
Okay. Never mind about the animal thing, I guess.
You're trying to communicate with creatures?
Yeah. Finally try to use my charisma to maybe calm it down
Isn't
and
that
tell it
just
to
like
go
small
home.
creatures, though?
What's that?
Is it more than small creatures?
It's speak with animals.
Speak
so
with animals.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Not an animal.
with beasts, I can speak with beasts.
Not a beast.
Jamhorn is the Beastmaster.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
That's actually how I've been picturing you for a long time, as the
Kinda,
Beastmaster.
Oh,
Yeah,
I kind of
looking-
got
yeah.
that too, yeah.
I'd never really put that together. So what's the lay of the cavern we're in now? Like, is it smoothly hewn, or is
It's
it
the same one we've been in.
Right, it's got
but
like-
is it like natural rock and craggy coming from the ceilings and stuff?
Yeah, and the floor too.
Okay.
Remember, there was like
Go
things
back
that you
3
guys were
episodes.
hiding.
And then the floor has
The
the, little,
cauldron.
the
Yeah.
man-made cauldrons of
Yeah.
lava.
With witches standing
Or
around.
sorry, the earth-made cauldrons,
Yeah.
not like witches' cauldrons.
yeah.
So I'm interested in how tall the ceiling is, or how high the ceiling is.
100 feet.
100 feet. And the creature is floating somewhere above.
Yeah, it's like flying around, and so is Lanceton. I mean, it keeps like coming down to attack you guys, which is how you can like swing your hammer at it.
Okay.
You know,
Got them tentacles.
Yeah. I'm trying to work with my strengths, and so I'm trying to find the easiest thing to hit.
you want to get out your makeup kit and see if you can.
I think that was lost.
Oh yeah, you've lost all your items.
Everything. Okay. I think what I would like to do is attempt to, since I got all my spells back. Oh no, I can't do that. That's too far away.
Lanson's zooming around.
Yeah.
Make a decision, Yammy.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go for Warhammer again.
All right. Do it. One of these days you might hit.
Thanks. Nope.
Not today though.
8 + 4.
All right. You wasted a good roll.
I'm just trying to get my technique.
Dude, you roll those like, whoa, hey.
Okay. Go.
All right. It's Lanston's turn.
All right.
All right.
Gosh, he really doesn't have much as far as... He's going to try one more firebolt. Now, is there like a visual, maybe not eyes in our sense, but at least something that looks like this is where the creature sees from type of thing? Or just like an opening for a mouth? Or okay.
It's got like a beak where you shot it before, like a beaked mouth type thing.
Okay.
And it opened up and like, and you blasted it there, but it doesn't got eyes. It just...
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to shoot at its beak one more time because it seems like a
good spot.
Lanston feels empowered by the bells of the church above the cavern.
It's Pacific. He's calling to us. Or she. It.
Never mind. Lanston crit fails and cries.
You could...
Nope.
Okay. All right. So Lanston goes to fire blast its beak. And instead he's swatted out of the sky
Oh, no.
like a little annoying mosquito.
Owie.
And falls to the ground. And
But holds that orb.
yeah, cradles the orb. And he does
I'll roll for cradle.
2 damage to Lanston.
Oh, boy. Oh, here comes the creature in earthquakes.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Crud.
Okay, so the creature, feeling empowered by hitting fellow godlike creature, lashes out at all of you, and basically does some damage. Let's find out how much. 2 damage to all of you.
Ugh.
Dude.
Illdyn's turn. Floating in space
Floating.
through the void, the cosmic void that is this being's mind.
I'd like to try to, since I'm in there, I'd like to try to, as I'm seeing these white impulses go by, which I'm assuming are the creature's thoughts, or at least like it's sort of neural whatever, like that's the line to the brain, if you will, or it's impulse center, or whatever it is.
Right.
As it goes by, like I'm marking it or whatever, and I want to try to like focus on that to see where it goes, and if there's a way I can disrupt it or something.
So I'll allow this. Go ahead and roll it 20.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good roll.
18.
So you, as you're spinning around, you basically sort of just focus your will. And every time this white orb passes you by,
Yeah.
you just focus on it. And as that happens, your body, in this sort of like uncontrollable spin that you're in,
Yeah.
kind of slows down, and you slowly fall out of...
Like he orients.
Gyration
to it.
mode.
Yeah,
Nice.
you slowly orient yourself towards this white thing, kind of like the white
Yeah.
at the end of the tunnel almost.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
Cool.
More thoughts? You still feel that it's kind of weakened, but It's feeling a little bit more empowered now
Oh,
that it's
no.
landed some hits. And also, it's you get the impression of sort of like almost like what's the word, like a pis-aller or whatever they call it, the move of last resort. You kind of get that sort of impression.
Oh,
A
like
Hail
it's,
Mary.
Yeah, it's starting to get desperate. Oh, hoo, 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 hoo.
Panicky.
Oh, hoo, 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 hoo. Oh, well, isn't that a fun little toy? Oh, I've just got to get out of here.
Yammy's turn.
All right. I think this goes as an action. I'm gonna use my channel divinity and invoke primeval forces to ensnare a foe. As an action, you can cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet of you that you can see. The creature must succeed on a strength or dex save throw, its choice, or be restrained.
Okay.
So I do that. I clutch my Hadric fur and I mumble some words that I actually don't know, like they're just coming to me. I'm just kind of deep in thought. Because obviously I can't do this on my own. I've swung my hammer, 3-4 times?
Yeah.
It's as if Pacific is telling me, don't use your hammer. Like, rely on me. And so I start thinking on that and holding my Hadric fur and do that.
Okay.
So now you have to succeed on a save or dex, or a strength or dex. And it's a 14.
Oh, I'll count that as a 7, and which makes it a fail.
Yay!
You're welcome.
So he's it's restrained, and while restrained, the creature repeats saving throws at the end of each of its turn. On success, it frees itself. So it's no longer moving around.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, this thing is becoming sort of just like almost tied down, like they like in Dragonheart when they get the ropes over the dragon and they
or
start
Gulliver's Travel.
All right, awesome. Good turn. Lanceton's turn.
I yell out, I did something!
Doing a good job, Yami.
Thanks, pal.
And I kind of stand up and shake it off. Yeah, well, like I said on my last turn, I was going to try Firebolt once more. So now Lanceton kind of like stands up, shakes himself off. The epic music starts playing.
No. Real epic music.
Oh.
I put it in.
Yeah, that's a cue.
Oh.
That's what we call a cue in the biz.
He's not wrong. And then that really tickled me. But yeah, that to keep it cinematic for Rhett, that sweet low shot of like somebody standing up,
Yeah.
And he stands up and kind of shakes himself off, and he grabs the orb.
It's like in the Matrix when Neo he stands up.
I was
and he
going to do the
flexes, and like the
description.
dust kind of comes off
Sure.
of him.
We'll go with yours. I was going to tell you, but that's
Go ahead.
It
I'm
would have
sorry.
been new.
No,
yours
not
was better.
Already done.
We'll go with the Matrix. And then Rage Against the Machine starts playing.
Yes.
But so he powers up, and he takes off flying right towards it, and he's gonna get as close as he can, and then when he feels like he's close enough, I'm assuming maybe the creature's trying to attack him or whatever, because he sees the determination in this little balding gnome, and he's Supermaning, and he switches it over his right hand, and as he gets close enough, he sees that mouth open up, and he's gonna chuck that thing right in, down the old gullet.
All right. Give me a roll, baby.
Oh, this is it.
Give me a roll,
either
baby.
So once it leaves his hand and is consumed by this thing, if he makes it in there, is it just like a ticking time bomb until he rolls a good thing, or or is this like the only shot he's got with the orb? Yeah, he's starting his own
That is
story
the sound
now.
of a new age right there. So if you throw it,
The mountains are blue. Gotta drink them.
yeah, if you throw it and you miss,
Tink, 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 tink.
yeah, you got to pick it up again. And,
Okay.
And
But-
So
what
I
if it
can't
goes
use like
in?
I can't use a god shit, or I can't use like a ret point to, like I'm like if I well,
so you
let's
want to
say-
put it
let-
in like a grenade and then roll to like activate it, or what are you
Well,
saying?
what I'm asking is, let's say I roll an 11. I've got 3 ret points and 2 god shits just for a reroll to get the number lower.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that possible, or
Yeah.
or would you prefer I miss and I have to fly down and do it another turn? Whatever tickles your twisted DM fancy.
So yeah, you can re-roll as much as you want as long as you use your rep points and your god shits.
Okay.
I mean, and if you roll one of the high prime numbers and you don't like it, you can use a god point
To bring it down.
to re-roll to try and go lower.
Okay.
Remember, you want to get under 10
Yep.
on one of those primes. So yeah. However, you got 2 god shits left. I don't know how many rep points you have.
3.
Okay.
I saved them.
yeah.
So yeah, you can re-roll 5 times then. Now, if your god chits go away, then
Yeah, I'd die.
well, you don't die necessarily.
I thought I exploded or something.
You just may not be Lanceton Philly Duke anymore.
Oh.
Who knows? We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
All right.
Who knows? Says the DM, rapidly thinking of what happens.
I wasn't expecting this. Well, DM, cheers. No, you got to.
It's like, why is he handing me
No,
this?
I'm cheersing you.
Cheers.
2, 3, 5, 7. Good.
Close call.
18. But nothing happens on that, right?
Nope.
'Cause-
It's miss.
So I just got it hits the floor or whatever.
Yeah.
Or he dodges it or something.
Yeah, basically.
Ah, crud. I fly around and try to grab it before it hits the ground.
And you do. Good job.
Yay.
Whisper's turn.
Boo.
Whisper lashes out with tentacles and hits you all
Ugh.
for 3 damage.
Ugh.
Come on, man. There go all my fancy god hit points.
Earthquake misses. Illdyn, floating through the void, oriented himself towards this pale white kind of, and now it's like
Yeah.
slowly kind of throbbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
could have said pulsating. That would have been less gross.
All right. Do I feel as though I can
as you're sort of
attack it in any way?
as you're sort of like grasping the rules of this place.
Yeah.
You're sort of, testing the controls, if you will, and you realize that if you focus in just the right way, you can sort of move towards it. And you realize as you start doing this that this thing is pretty far away,
Okay.
but you slowly kind of start moving.
I
towards
mind
it.
crossbow it.
No.
I wish that was a thing.
I sneak attack it.
Yeah.
Now, as though with the things that are happening outside, Illdyn is sort of sensing that tension more, that this creature is almost like a beast that's been cornered.
Okay.
And he realizes, the thing feels weak. It does feel a little empowered as it hits you guys. But it's realizing that the more that Lanceton's doing stuff.
It needed to do a saving throw
Oh.
because it's restrained. I don't know if that affects its hit.
Yeah, you're totally right. And it didn't break out. So nobody takes any damage, by the way.
Yes.
Yay! Jamhorn did something.
All right. Fine. You guys are stupid.
Yammy, you're really coming through in the clutch. Finally.
I can mitigate. I can't really do any damage. That's the problem.
But
Okay, so does Illdyn sense a way that he could kind of, like the tunnel he came down, can he get out? Because now he wants to be able to relay this information to his pals.
you can roll.
Oh boy. All right.
And you
This
need,
is when I get the prime 2 or whatever.
what's your wisdom modifier?
1 plus, or 12 plus 1.
Okay, +1. So you need to roll a 15 or higher to escape.
Oh boy. Good.
But you
What'd
can
you
move.
get?
You can move closer towards the orb as well. So you can basically just withdraw your mind anytime you roll above a 15. But we'll just say that you're moving towards this orb that's
Okay.
pulsating, and as you move towards it, it's growing bigger and bigger, and you sort of sense almost like you sense that it's almost like the core of this creature's being.
Okay.
I hope you really screw it up from inside. That'd be so cool.
All right, Yammy.
Yay! So I did that thing last time. Now it's not moving. So hopefully, do I through my
Infinite
no.
wisdom.
Yeah, there's no way that this. I was thinking, do I know anything about this creature through my religious studies? But I haven't really had any. I just had an experience and then started kind of blindly following. So
I'll tell you after you're done here.
Yeah.
You'll have some knowledge of this creature.
oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and swing at it again.
Do
now
it.
that it's not moving. Hopefully, it's easier.
You get a bonus,
11 plus 4.
and
15.
even with your bonus, you don't hit it.
Dang.
You got to roll higher.
Thanks.
Lanceton, this thing is restrained.
All right. He's gonna firebolt it into the back of his head because he missed. He doesn't feel that that's a good sign that he missed. So he's like, "Well, crud." So he's gonna firebolt it, and at this point, I think he's kind of, as he was flying around, he notices Illdyn like in a trance. So he just was kind of like, "Okay." He maybe puts 2 and 2 together or something like that, kind of things. Like,
Well, he sees he's wearing the helmet of like
Yeah.
telepathy or whatever.
But yeah. Also, forgot about that. So yes.
Okay.
So roll for firebolt.
Do it.
16 plus 5 plus 5, so 26.
You hit.
Yeah. Pew pew pew.
So go ahead and roll your damage, and you get 2 damage dice, but you don't double it. 3 plus
3 plus 5.
8 damage.
Yay.
Okay. The Whisper's turn. Rolls to escape. Doesn't escape. Illdyn, floating through the cosmic void. He's nearing this white thing.
Does he feel or does he sense, since he just got hit with a sweet firebolt, does he sense like where it came from or anything like that? Or like
Illdyn?
Yeah. Since he's inside.
Yeah, you can almost feel like just this sort of boiling heat kind of wash over you and evaporate. And as you near this white orb, you see it just like pulsating, and suddenly you've gone from like utter blackness to sort of like this sort of white bright area, and you realize you're sort of within the core now. And it's all around you.
It's all around us.
And you can start sort of almost seeing, I guess, like auras that sort of, as you look at them, you sort of sense that these are parts of its being.
Okay.
Here's like this sort of, I don't know, they're like colored almost. And colors that you haven't even seen out in the real world.
Right.
And they sort of pulsate in time with this, the white orb.
Yeah.
And they sort of roil and
So it's like its heart, brain, essence.
soul.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's where you are now.
All right. I'm gonna.
You can try to roll to escape again. Or
Can I roll to mess with it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what exactly I could do, but like mentally, like give it an old fashioned ear boxing.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Just
Or
like my
find
mom
its-
used to do. Pop, 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 pop.
Find its uvula and just use it like a speed bag.
Turns out that's its sexual organ.
Oh boy.
Just kidding. Okay, I'll allow that. That's a good enough roll.
What is it?
17.
So, basically, you
Give
just
it a
like
mind punch.
you like mentally reach out, pick a color.
Purple.
Okay, you mentally reach out to the purple aura that's like sort of in front of you, and with your mind, you sort of grab hold of it, as it were, and you realize that it's this tangible sort of thing when you are focusing the right way, and you grab it and you start pulling it towards you, and you realize it's malleable, almost like clay in a weird way.
Okay.
And as you start pulling on it, you realize that, well, I don't know, but you can sense the distraughtness in this creature's mind. And you don't quite know what you're doing, but you realize that if you maybe organize these things the right way, or you do something to them, that you might be able to change this creature's sort of like ambitions.
Huh. Yeah. More docile.
Tell it to become an accountant.
I definitely
Its
want to work on
ambitions.
the giving up almost / retreat. I want to go home aspect of it. That's what he thinks. Like,
Kind of usher it along on the way it's
Yeah.
going.
because I mean, I'm sure Illdyn can kind of find like, he's maybe had the thing go by, like where he understands he's from a different plane. He's so it's like he's thinking, well, this is how I can finally help.
Okay.
Send it back home.
As you start pulling on this and shaping this in a certain way, you realize that
Run home, Jack.
what you're doing to it, you start because the only way that you're going to be able to get this sort of like reverse engineering, like you were saying.
Yeah.
So as you start tugging on it this way, and
Minority
doing this
Report
thing,
the crap out of him.
Yeah. You can feel this way. It's actually like triggering like a rage response.
Nope. Put that back.
And so, so you do that. You pull on it. You feel the rage. You realize
dear.
that's not right. And then we go to
Push that one back
Yammy's turn.
forward.
Okay. Guess what?
Divine Spite.
Yeah, I wish I still had that. I am going to Warhammer 2 hands.
Oh.
Bet you didn't see that coming. Yes, please.
I didn't
18 plus 4.
I didn't see that coming.
Plus he's restrained.
Plus
It's
he's
a hit.
restrained. 22.
It's a hit.
Oh, is the DC 24? Or I mean the AC?
It is, but you have a bonus because
Okay.
it's restrained.
Yay. To see anything over a 10 is
Throw a dog a
miracle.
bone.
Yeah.
Did you see how excited he was? I couldn't take that away from him.
It's like a boy on
Yeah,
Christmas.
he peaked the levels, I heard.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's 1d10.
Yes. It's like that kid who strikes out all year in T-ball finally gets a hit.
Immediately
The
caught,
parent-
pop fly.
Yeah, the parents finally like,
They catch it.
Oh my
out,
God.
but he runs the bases anyways.
We'll let him have his moment. Okay, here we go. 1d10.
and he tells that story for the rest of his
plus
life
2.
as getting a home run.
8 plus 2, 10 damage.
10 damage.
Is it dead?
No.
Did I kill it? No. So did my ensnaring strike? I don't know how long that lasts, but it was when I hit, then it's got vines on it again, so it's like doubly restrained.
All right. It is. Good job.
Yay! It says the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before this spell ends, and so I don't know when it ends.
This would have been good to tell you guys at the beginning, but this creature could have been beaten with a witty one-liner after you hit it. So, no, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, because I had a few of those.
I know you.
Oh, guess what? While restrained by this spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns.
Okay.
And then I did this to him, and then I did this to him.
And you can use your action to do a save. So that's cool. I didn't realize that. So you can't attack if you want to save from these vines that are doing 1d6 piercing.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is good. What, have you not been listening to what I'm saying?
And then Jamhorn just pops the knuckles and leans back and is like,
All right.
And now I crit fail for the rest of the show.
I did my part.
It's Lanston's turn.
So can Lanceton sort of like pick up on the aura change stuff now that maybe he's a little bit more aware of it with Illdyn? Can I roll for something like where because I want to kind of see if I can, scan the creature with my godlike stuff and see if like I can kind of, or maybe scan Illdyn or something, kind of figure out what's going on so I can maybe help. Or
You sort of get a sense that of what Illdyn's doing, but you can't quite tell because it's sort of like almost happening like not in the astral plane, but kind of like another level of being. And
Gotcha.
you do sense though that the creature realizes that Illdyn is such a threat that it sort of is now focusing its energy not outward at you guys, but inward at Illdyn. So Illdyn's going to have his hands full here pretty soon.
good boy.
And that's totally fine. So, but you can't really aid Illdyn
Right.
at all.
Okay. Then to play it safe, Lanston's just going to firebolt. Good boy. 14 plus something.
I think it was 5.
Okay.
Right.
Or
Or
then
because-
I guess I miss.
Yeah. Sorry.
But he's restrained.
Caught in his own words.
Well, okay, even still, +5, and then I gave you a +2 bonus, so that's still not enough.
Darn.
Dang.
Nerds. Illdyn's doing puzzle pieces?
Whisper's turn. He's
Oh,
going to try to
Whisper's
escape. And he does.
Okay, but that's
no.
its turn.
Okay.
Wait, actually, okay, which save was that? Was that for the first set
It's
of
for the one
vines?
that damages it.
Okay. That's its priority, yeah.
Okay, so it's broken out of those. That's the end of its turn. It doesn't take damage.
Why have I not
actually,
been
it takes
using
damage
that
at
more
the start of its
often?
turn, by the way.
Why have I
1d6.
not been using that more often? Because it increases by 1d6 for each... Oh, wait, no. Never mind.
Whoops. Okay, you also did 6 damage to it with the vines that it then broke.
Yay.
Illdyn, inside.
Inside.
Oh,
Here we go.
okay. So, what's your wisdom? 12 or 13?
12 plus 1. Yeah.
Okay, Sue. We'll count this as a mess, but you can sort of all of a sudden feel just this sudden willpower overcome your sort of being.
Oh, boy.
You feel sort of almost like you're in a vice, like
Okay.
just this slow pressure building up. But as you sort of refocus, redouble your efforts, you kind of overcome it, and you're able to sort of, move again.
Yeah.
And it's your turn.
I think I'm gonna stop toying around. I think it's time for a mental retreat
Okay.
because I want to be able to tell my guys,
Yeah.
my team.
Okay, you're out.
18, sweet.
And as you feel this pressure sort of building on you, you realize that you're probably not as safe in here as you thought you were.
Yeah.
And now that this creature is aware of your presence within itself, it's focusing its efforts to just destroy you.
So I let it push me out.
Yeah, and as you start feeling this pressure, you kind of just like relax your mind, and before it just pops you and kills you,
Yeah.
you sort of kind of like a balloon,
Yeah.
you kind of squeeze out, and you're back in your body.
Gents, I have a plan.
Ooh. Is that it?
Okay.
That's
you
my turn.
You just want to tell me?
That's my
Yami's
turn.
You can't give me any more? Because I might be able to...
Oh, well. Yeah. Team huddle.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Lanceton, fly over here, please. What's up, bozo? All right. So here's the deal. We are hurting it. It is scared. So I guess whatever you guys are doing is working. I was in its brain. It was kind of fun.
Cool.
It's weird though. But we're doing good. So I'm just gonna kind of sit here because crossbows don't do much.
Mm-hmm. Did you see all the vines I got on there? Could you see from the inside?
No,
Oh,
I could not.
I did all that.
Yami's turn.
All right. So from that, do I understand that this thing is in like not intimidated, but like panicking and
It's up against the wall, and you can tell it's getting desperate.
okay. I'm gonna yell at it, and I'm gonna yell, "Go home!"
All right.
Intimidation.
All right. Give me a roll. It didn't work. Okay.
3 + 6.
Lanceton's turn.
All right, here we are.
All right, Lanceton. Focus. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, he's gonna go for the orb,
Okay.
and he's back up, charging, Superman charging right at that thing.
Oh,
I got a 2.
you did it.
Hey!
Okay. So he's like Superman flying, and in slow motion, the black orb turns golden,
Ooh.
and it just glides through the skin of this creature.
Gross.
And Lanceton reaches in, and when he feels that it's in the right place, he pulls his hand out. And the creature just goes mad. It goes absolutely crazy. And it starts flailing its arms. Everybody roll to save dexterity. Need 15 or higher.
Yep. Got it. And
Dex save for whichever.
17 and 16.
Okay.
What does a 1 get me?
Oh,
It
boy.
gets you a freaking just face pounding of tentacles just like this. And in fact, you are going to take some damage. I'm going to roll you up a d10. 4 damage.
Okay.
Everybody else dodges.
Just the idea of that, just like taking it to the
Yeah.
face over and over and over, not moving, is really funny to me.
I can't believe you rolled a 2. This thing just goes mad, and its arms are flailing, and it just goes after everybody. And Lanceton kind of looks up, and he's like, I think we need to get out of here. And
Hey, jerks, let's roll.
the
Can I
Yes, please.
grab them both and fly them out?
you're still a god, so
Like the Cave of Wonders in Aladdin
Yeah.
as it's collapsing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can he turn into a
You need
magic
a roll, though. You need to roll a d20, and it needs to be... You're a god, so it just needs to be higher than a 10.
Now I need higher to
Yeah.
10. We'll see. 18.
Okay.
Oh.
So basically, you like look up and like with laser beam eyes or something, drill a hole straight out of the mountain. I don't know.
I'm into it.
Unless you want to like go out the door you came, but then you got to go through the labyrinth, and you gotta...
He's a god.
I mean,
Well,
you're a
he
god,
could just
so
go
you
above
You could just
the
punch
labyrinth
through if you
walls.
want.
Yeah, I'd like to circle around, grab Yami, and then as much as I can, it kind of like basically holding his side, but God hands, and then grab Illdyn by the back of his belt, and then just as I'm going up, I'm gonna Superman I beam the thing, but I'm gonna do it right above the Whisper, like I'm coming at an angle, so as a final jerky thing, rocks fall down
stones,
and hit him.
yeah.
So this thing is
I
just
hold.
like...
I want to make it clear. I hold on to Lanceton real tight.
This thing's arms are just flailing out. It's hitting the walls, and the whole cavern starts shaking. It's just like flailing around. It hit Yami, and Lanceton just like swoops down, grabs Yami, swoops down, grabs Illdyn. He's so small, so he just kind of like fists up the collars of their shirt or whatever.
Well, Yami's not wearing clothes.
You grab his hand. A whole new world.
Don't you?
Do you trust me?
I think between the three of us, we could do that whole movie right now.
We probably could. So you blast out. The earthquake starts, and all of a sudden, though, from within, you see just like this. First it's like a black bubble, just like, and it like sort of like consumes the Whisperer. And all of a sudden, though, you start panicking because you look back as you're flying out and you see the bubble and it's like expanding and it's like this black explosion and it's coming out and it's chasing you and you got to go faster and you do and whoosh, you blast out into the sky. All of a sudden the black bubble consumes not only the cavern that it was in, not only the whisper, but it consumes the entire mountain that once projected out, visible from all of Bravik.
Yeah, I want to blast up, and then as soon as I feel we're at a good height, I just want to like hold them so we're all looking down.
Oh yeah. And
Admire my handiwork.
and you see the blackness sort of like coming up to you, and Jamhorn's like, faster would be better. And then you're up there, and
Relax, Yammy.
and then sort of in a bright flash, the black turns to white, and then nothing. There was a mountain, it's gone. There was trees and rivers, and there was a whole area there, gone, deleted from the face of existence.
Wow.
Is there a crater, or is it just like...
Yeah, sure, there's a big old
Or
crater.
the gray and white squares like you're doing Photoshop, and there's... nothing
Minecraft.
there? Yeah.
yeah, it's just wherever the circle was, there's now nothing there. So there's like a perfectly like spherical like
Nice.
thing in the ground. And from your guys' vantage point, you can look over and you can see that Bravik has been pretty ravaged by, all of the like cinders and gigantic things like shooting
that's
out of the
right.
volcano. Stuff is on fire. But you guys did it. You guys did it.
We did it!
You
Lanston
vanquished.
did it.
You vanquished not only the Whisperer, you saved Bravik, you saved Lanceton.
Well,
This was a pretty like...
don't get that twisted. It was kind of the other way around.
Well, Lanceton, is alive.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
wasn't overly...
we
he
found
wasn't-
Lanceton.
He wasn't burnt out by his god powers yet either. So,
I want to fly back to Duncan's house if I can.
Uh-oh.
yeah, you guys
'Cause I
can do
still-
whatever you want.
Because how long do I get to keep these powers? Because I still have 2 god shits. So do I just have them in perpetuity?
When the sun rises, the god powers are gone.
Well, crap.
Wish for a million wishes.
Doesn't work that way. It's not a genie. You don't get wishes. You get amount of times you can use your powers before it burns you up and you turn into a mindless husk.
Oh boy. So I want to fly back to there, land in their little courtyard.
Sure.
How's he doing? Because I know he was bad when the creature like overtook him and all that. Is he better now because it's gone, or?
So
to-
between the sort of the destruction of the city, because the whole time you guys were in there, just fire and stuff like
Oh,
raining
crap.
down on Bravik, and the
Okay.
earthquakes and stuff were shaking. So as you guys were up there, you could look down on Bravik, and buildings were on fire. And granted, I think the worst of the destruction's over. They're now putting out fires. They're helping people. You want to roll, see if Duncan's alive?
I think Minnie, while tending to Duncan, alongside some other clerics, maybe the way I picture it going is that he went into like a coma kind of a state, but you can tell that something was going on in his brain, and he was getting a sense of what was happening with Illdyn inside, and was kind of reacting, but in a very subdued coma-esque way,
He's alive.
Okay.
Unless you were going to say something else there.
No. So I want to go back there and
Okay.
he's alive. Is he doing better? Is he still in bed, or I just want to?
He's doing better. He's still unconscious.
Okay.
But he's not, fevered. He's not labored. He is just sort of resting, recuperating now.
Okay.
You fly there, and, it takes you guys a little bit, but you find Minnie. And in the ensuing destruction of Bravik, you guys haven't found your adventuring friend, Airtorn.
Oh, yeah.
He seems to just sort of maybe fled for it after he was imprisoned and the whole thing broke
Makes
down.
sense.
So he's sort of in the wind right now. But yeah, there's a few hours until the sun comes up, and Duncan's unconscious. There's Minnie.
What would you like to do with your last few moments as a god?
Buildings are on fire still.
Yeah.
You could put them out. You could.
I
Turn
know what I
invisible
can
and
do.
go into the girls' locker room?
doing that. I already have invisibility, so I don't need god powers for that.
You have basically one god chit you can use
I thought I had
safely.
two.
You do, but once you use the sixth one.
Right. I understand what happens. All right. Yami.
Yeah.
He's going to look at a guard, and I'm like, excuse me, sir. Can I borrow your robe real quick? Thank you. Will you please put this on?
Sure.
For the love of God.
Yeah.
For the love of Packfish.
I put it on, but I don't tie it up, so it's still
Okay.
just open in front.
I'm not using a
And
god.
he's just in his mind.
I'm not using a god shit, but I still am using some god powers. I tie it for him.
Fair enough.
Little Jedi trick.
Yeah, a little. There
Yeah.
you go. And what's funny is as he puts it on, he's like, "Well, starting over from nothing, rebuilding the Yami Empire."
I'm gonna thank Illdyn for all of his help. I didn't really know him, and I appreciate him sticking around and helping us out and doing his part and really kind of helping us figure out, giving us some confidence near the end and taking out all those bozos when we first got there. He really played his part. I'm going to float up, so I'm eye to eye with Yami, and I'm gonna say, Yami, we've come a long way together. We've had a lot of great adventures. It's gonna turn to a clip show real quick. Remember when we were on the?
My favorite part was,
remember we woke up together in that hole on the ship, and then then we killed the wolves, and then there was Paulville, and that was a great time. But I know what I have to do. I'm gonna give him a hug, and I'm gonna hold up his little Hadric fur, and I'm like, just get better at this. Keep on believing, because I'm in tune with a few things, and he knows you're out there, but just get better at it, and he'll show you a little bit more respect. All right?
wait, what? Where are you going?
Lanson's got a city to fix.
Well, I can help. We can do this together.
Nah, you better stay here. This is God stuff.
Lanceton.
Yep. So, Jamhorn, keep your pants on more often. Don't take any wooden nickels. I don't know. I'm not good at this stuff. And he's just gonna fly off. He's gonna fly up, and he's gonna try to see, between East Town and I forget what it's been a while. West End. He's gonna try to find the middle so he can see everything.
Yeah.
With his last two god shits, he's gonna try to fix it all,
Well, I can tell you this:
or as much as he can.
you can use one god chit, and you can put out all the fires,
Mm-hmm.
save people just hours of fighting fires,
Sure.
and then I don't know what could you use the second one for?
Rebuild, heal, whatever.
Okay, you can use the second one to heal.
It doesn't have to be like a magical fix. I just want to do as much as I can.
Yeah. Okay, so fires are out, and then maybe you can't fix every building, but I'll say you can basically heal every injury to the point where you're
Not life-threatening.
Yeah.
Cool.
So people who've already died, they're dead,
Yeah.
but you can
stabilizing.
save a bunch of lives.
Yeah. Then that's what he's going to do.
You understand the consequences? Yep. Okay.
I don't think Jamhorn does.
He's saying goodbye to you, Yami.
I already
Yeah.
did. I flew off.
He's up in the sky, and up there, Lanceton Philly Duke looks down over at Bravik, and he's like realizes truly how big the city is.
I give my 3 rep points to Yami before I leave.
Wow.
Does the Retmeister?
But he doesn't know it yet. He's just gonna, however those work in the world. Like he's gonna wake up one day when he's in a tough situation and be like, wait a minute. I feel like there's a ret point here.
Nice. I dig that.
It's like a hidden surprise in his mind for him.
Or if one of you want to be in charge of them and like have a chance roll for me using them if I crit fail or something.
Yeah, we might be able to do something like that. We'll
Okay.
figure it out. But you basically have 3 rep points kind of in escrow.
Yay!
So Lanceton Philly Duke overlooking the city, he realizes how big it is and how many lives are running down there. And, some of those lives, might be lived out in squalor or in excess wealth or whatever, but he has this thought that not a one is worth more than any other. And so he puts out the fires, And then with his last sort of scrap of Lancetonness in his heart, he flows, the essence of the universe, the magic that binds the world together.
The Tao.
And he stitches every wound, stitches every bone back together. You can't do anything for the ones that are gone, but he pretty much saves thousands of lives down there in Bravik. And thousands of man-hours of medical labor and medical costs. You've completely bankrupted the medical industry of No, I'm kidding. But
Sweet.
And as you do this, you feel the magic flowing through you, and you're nothing more than a conduit, And it's as it's going through you, you feel it overcome you. You feel it overcome every cell in your body, every vein, every joint, every just inch of you.
Yeah.
And suddenly you feel like a cup that's been just overrun, and suddenly, it starts washing through you, and you feel pieces of your skin start flecking off, and your hair just sort of singeing, and they're like little candle wicks all burning from the end downwards.
Yeah.
And before you can, quite realize what it means for you, like a piece of paper, you go up in flames and evaporate into the sky.
So much adventure.
Lanceton Phillyduke doesn't necessarily mean that he's gone forever, but he sort of doesn't really exist in this physical form anymore.
Yeah.
Fast forward to weeks later when the city of Bravik understands what's happening. They've erected a statue of Lanceton Phillyduke in the town squares and now revere him as
It's
the
life-size.
protector
Yeah,
god.
the kids play on it 'cause it's so small.
But yeah, no, Lanceton, he becomes like the patron saint of Bravik after this.
I
So-
like to think that Jamhorn had a part in that.
Maybe-
Petitioning.
Yeah, no, he did.
Telling
He
the
was
story.
so touched by that goodbye, and he misses his
Does
friend.
Paul
that he-
show up to the
He provides the food.
Yeah. Yeah, does Paul from Paulville cater the ceremony?
Sure, yeah, why not?
Salted fish for everyone.
And while basically, I'm not closing the door on Lanceton forever, but there is at this point in time,
No, Lance.
he's at rest.
He can rest now.
So, Illdyn, Yami, your work's done in Bravik.
I barely knew him.
I am a little
nice
teary
statue,
up
though.
here a little bit, but
Yeah, this is sad for Yami. He has nobody that he started this adventure with.
no.
Everybody has died or become a god
You
and
spend
disappeared.
you spend the next
Is it me? Did I just get yammed?
everybody he touches just like
Yeah.
goes off to better things.
Just like my parents.
As I exploded into the fiery flame, it's like a skywriting that says, "You just got yammed."
I'll allow it.
One final joke for his friend.
Yeah.
So, weeks go by. Yami spends a little bit of time maybe trying to find Airtorn, but he can't.
Yeah.
I
This
don't know. I'm dragging this out too much.
Well, no,
It's the end of season 1.
What I can say though at the end is after things have kind of calmed down and the adrenaline has gone down, like just after Lanceton left, Jamhorn starts to realize everything that he's lost. I mean, he's lost Airtorn, he's lost Lanceton, he's lost all the people that got them
His
started.
clothes.
Yeah.
His bag of
I'm
stuff.
getting there, yeah, because what most people don't know, Jamhorn's backstory is that he was holding on to an engagement ring that he had for a gal that he wanted to prove himself to her.
Yeah.
And now that engagement ring is no longer, and that was like the one symbol of his hope for that. And so he also lost his, the way he sees it, he lost his chance at true love. And so now I think this is going to change depending on where the story goes, I
He's
think
not going to
Jamhorn's
try to
gonna be a different
recuperate hit
person.
points all the time.
Can I rest? Can I rest? Can I rest? No, but I think his attitude.
I got this gal back home.
Yeah,
It's hard for him to like sort of remember with all that he's lost, all you know, sort of the things
Like,
that he's gained.
he is metaphorically and nearly literally completely naked, like emotionally and everything. So
Yeah.
his
Well-
confidence took another hit. First one was when he lost the girl in the first place.
I don't know what Illdyn does, but I like to imagine that Jamhorn, in the coming weeks after this disaster, spends his time, looking for Airtorn, but also maybe helping rebuild Bravik a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Try to get my mind off of all the.
And as the time goes, they sort of the true nature of the events sort of are realized. And when things have calmed down enough in the city, they throw a big parade in the Wild Stallion's honor.
Yeah.
And they announce a Wild Stallions holiday.
Yeah,
They announce a holiday for Lanceton Duke.
of course.
And Lanceton has, the most statues, and he's sort of like come to almost
Can it be called Bozo Day?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The god decrees. And he's almost come to be like revered and worshipped throughout. Like I said, he's like the protector saint of Bravik. But the Wild Stallions will always have a place in Bravik. Even though the only Wild Stallion left is Jamhorn. Yeah. It's kind of a tragedy, really. But
The Wild Stallion.
But you know what? This is season 1, guys.
Can the old kettle be renamed Wild Stallions?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was our.
It's called the Old Kettle's Wild Stallions Bar.
Oh god. Yeah, he didn't want to quite leave the. He had some.
Well,
some
he had
major
that
branding.
big, he had that big
recognition.
kettle out front already on the sign, and
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense to let it go.
now it's just like a vinyl sign underneath, home of the Wild Stallions.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. And there's a sign outside that flashes whenever like a Wild Stallion is there. They're like, Wild Stallions here now. But after you guys leave, it just stays off forever, and it's like really sad. But in the coming weeks, you guys hear whispers of unrest in the south. A nation called Würzburg.
Dwarven land. That's what I call it. Jamhorn calls it Dwarven land.
How long can you stay in one place before the call of adventure overcomes you? Anyways, I guess we'll find out in the coming weeks. Season 1.
Yeah.
That's it. Whew. I'm Rhett, your DM.
Lanceton Duke Bozos and Illdyn Gaudier.
And for a while there, I was Minnie and Jamhorn Dorel.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.